everyone, welcome back to Positive Rewire. I'm Carissa. Today's thing that has made me happy is on the way into work today, I saw a little baby corgi. He was so cute. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, it was this big, but like, so I guess compared to my head, you get to see that. I don't know, he was like an 8-week-old puppy, and he was so cute, and it was literally like on the other side of the steps where I go into work, and I saw him, and I'm like, oh, can I see your puppy? Or say hi to your puppy, and the guy's like, yeah, sure. He's just so puppy, and it was so cute, and I was like, oh, he's just like a little potato, I miss mine being this little, and so he's like, yeah, you call him Potato. He's like, oh, do you have a corgi? I was like, yeah, that's what I call them all potatoes. So, yeah, I forgot to tell him about, like, we have a local corgi group, and we do meetups and stuff like that. So I kind of forgot to tell him about it, but if I see him again, then I will have to mention it. Be like, you gotta join this group so we can play with other corgis. Because it's really fun, and yeah, Grim's kind of been a jerk at them lately. The last one we went to, he, like, had this one that he was just focused on and, like, played with and just ran and chased the entire time, but he, like, went after this little puppy. I have no idea why, because he's usually really good with puppies, and the puppy didn't do anything to him. Because the last puppy he played with before that was, like, his BFF for a while, and then, like, shutdown happened, and then when they met again, he was bigger, and Grim, like, didn't remember him, and then after a while, he's like, oh, right, you're my friend, and then would, like, kind of play with him, but, like, my dog's weird. So now he's kind of particular, which is really annoying, because he usually likes most dogs, and gets really happy about other dogs, and then, I don't know, and then the one people's dog that is there is kind of like the boss of everybody and will bark at everybody, but like he'll stand up for Grim, which is really cute. So I'm like, yes, best friends. Yeah. So the other thing that made me happy today is I got my UNUS ANNUS youtooz. I had to order these. I found youtooz when Jack did his first one. And I was like, oh, this is cool, because I always kind of wanted a pop figure of, like, my favorite YouTubers, and I'm like, that's probably not going to happen unless I go get a custom one. And then Sean had, like, last year or whatever, year before, was like, hey, look, these are coming out. And I was like, oh, cool. So I ended up buying the Jack one. I was like, alright, this is cool. I finally have something, like, figure-y of one of my favorite YouTubers. I was like, oh, man, I hope Mark eventually does one, which he did, and I got that one. And then, surprisingly, they did UNUS ANNUS one, so here is UNUS ANNUS. I know, sorry, the reflections! Woo, there it is. So, very excited about that. And, I don't know what's going on. Mark is the outside quote and the inside quote, the top, some of them are different. And mine is, I'm not a masochist, which... Sorry, Mark, we all know that's all. So I'm really actually surprised because these weren't supposed to ship until the end of the month, and mine shipped, quote-unquote shipped, February 4th, which it took until today to get here, so almost a month. I don't really know why. It was just weird, but that's okay, because, again, it's still early. I did buy the Hourglass one. These I usually leave in boxes. Like, I'll take the sleeve off, and I'll just, like, put it on my shelf. I'm stacking them because everything stacks so well, even the pop figures. But I leave them in the box, and I don't know how I'm going to do the Hourglass, just because the front and back is different. So if you haven't seen the Hourglass youtooz, it's the UNUS ANNUS Hourglass, and so the Hourglass has skulls. But then on the other side, it's UNUS and ANNUS. So it's these heads, but like dead. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to display that one just because I think it's really cool. I would love to get like a little rotating thing. But that's probably really expensive and I don't really need that right now. I'm already kind of debating on getting a new computer monitor. I have like a 21.5-inch one just because when I bought my whole computer last year, I didn't want to go super crazy on spending. And the screen size of this is about the same as my last computer. So I was like, alright, this will be good. That screen's kind of big. And then when I got the monitor to replace it, my last computer was an all-in-one, and it had like a 1-inch border around the actual screen part. So this actually looks super small to me. I don't know. And now it just seems small. It's not. It's decent, but I kind of want to get either a bigger screen or 2 monitors, but I don't really need 2 monitors. So I keep going back and forth on this. And I don't know. I also don't want to spend a crap ton of money on a new monitor just because new monitor. I just bought this gaming chair. And I'm on track, as long as nothing happens, knock on wood, to pay off most of my credit cards this year, which is awesome. And my car, so I can finally save up for a new car eventually, but I'm going to run my current car into the ground because I love it, and there's nothing, like, it's a Mazda 2. I love it. I love the body style. I love the interior. They don't bring them over into the U.S. anymore. The last model they did with that was for 2015s. So, yeah. I kind of like the Honda Fits. I'm also debating on slightly bigger cars, like the Chevy Trax or the Buick Encore. Surprisingly, they're not... They're like a foot longer than my Mazda, 3 inches wider, and taller. Like, I don't care about the height, but it's like the length and width. But I realized that both of those, even though they're bigger, are smaller than my Ford Focus that I had. So I'm like, oh... So we'll see. I usually don't like really big cars. They're technically, I think, like a mid-size SUV, and even then, probably on the smaller side. So it depends. Again, I got a few years, so it's okay. So I think that's it for today. Again, longer video than I planned on, but that's okay. Hopefully everybody's having a good week. My week's good so far. Stay positive, and I will see you tomorrow.